Hello everyone, welcome to this new meshing video. This is part of a video series on rocket model. It's a sequence to rocket nozzle part 1 video where we discussed about how to build blocking for a single nozzle. In this video, we'll discuss about how to copy the topology of one nozzle to 3 other nozzles. This is the topology which we created in the previous video. Since the nozzle dimensions are the same, both the nozzle surfaces and the topology can be copied to represent the other 3. In order to copy, the entities have to be grouped first. The nozzle surfaces are added to a surface group and the topology to a corner group. I have also grouped the outermost faces to corner group C4, which will be helpful to link the nozzles together at a later time. The transform button under the topology edit section is used to copy any given corner and surface group. Checking on the create a copy will create a duplicate of the group and transform. If this option is not checked, the input topology will be just transformed. The dialog box has various transformation options, out of which I am choosing to do mirror because all 4 nozzles are symmetric about YZ and XZ plane. First, let's mirror with respect to YZ plane. Checking on add to groups will update the corner groups with the newly created faces. For example, I have grouped these corners in group C1. When the wireframe is mirrored, the same faces in the mirrored copy are added to this group. This will become handy when we have to link all the nozzles together. Clicking on transform creates a copy of the surfaces on the topology and mirrors it with respect to YZ plane. Before proceeding further, I will link these two topologies to create blocks between them. This can now be used to mirror about the XZ plane to create the next set of nozzles. Similar to what we did earlier, I will group both the nozzle surfaces to S1, whereas the topology is already added to C1 since we have enabled add to groups in the mirror option. Let's mirror these groups with respect to XZ plane. Linking the mirrored copies will complete the blocking process to form blocks in between them. Now that we have the topology for all the nozzles, the next step is to extend the blocks in radial direction. To create a block in the radial direction, I am grouping all the external faces and copying it to the cylinder surface, which was already created along z-axis at origin with a radius of 7 units. The next step is to extend the blocks to the outlet domain. To do that, I am grouping the faces at the rear end of the nozzles and copying it to the outlet. With this, we have created the blocks for all the 4 nozzles. The next step is to associate the external faces to the domain surfaces, that is, the cylinder and the outlet. Now that we have addressed everything, let's check the validity of the topology. The topology is valid to generate the grid. The blocking part is completed. Before starting the smoother, the edge densities have to be optimized. It can be done in 2 ways. 1. By increasing or decreasing the density. 2. By splitting the blocks. Here I choose to increase the edge densities. The mesh preview gives us a cell view based on the edge densities. I am modifying the edge group to have a smooth transition of cells across the edges. This is a modification based on visual perception. The grid generator takes this as initial condition and repositions them to provide a smooth grid. Let's start the grid generation process by clicking on the Start button. The grid generator has run for about 3000 sweeps. I'm loading the grid into the UI using the Load button from the Grid tab. Let's analyze the grid with cross-sectional grid sheets. Visually, the grid looks good. Let me check the quality parameters. The grid has 0 folds and the maximum skewness is 0.77. We can also view the quality parameters as histogram or using color by quality. Note that most of the cells are having a skew less than 0.1, that is around the average skewness value. The next step is to add boundary layer to the nozzles. The surface grid sheets of each of them are 11, 21, 27 and 33. I am specifying a first cell spacing of 1 e power minus 3 with a default growth ratio. Clicking on Apply adds the boundary layer clustering and loads the grid into the UI. The boundary layer calculates the required number of cells in the normal direction of the surface to ensure a smooth transition. Let me summarize the steps. We started with the topology for single nozzle, mirrored them and linked them to form blocks between the nozzles. Next, we extended the outer sheet radially. Before running the grid generator, the cell density was balanced based on the edge lengths. Finally, the boundary layer was applied to the nozzles. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or you want us to post any specific tutorials, please leave your comments below or write to us on Twitter. The social media links can be found in the description. Do subscribe to the channel to get updates on new videos.